Okay.
Let's go, Captain.
We're going. All right, we are live. Hold on. Do what you're doing, but it created. No, it did the same thing with the link.
Did it?
Yep. Did you hit create or go live?
No, I haven't had anything yet.
Yeah, so we're good. We're up on and going.
Okay. Do you want me to hit create? I mean, go live.
We are live.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging tight. We had some technical issues, and so we will start the show very shortly. Hang tight, folks. We're going to play a nice long Latin jazz song. Hope you guys enjoy it. Poncho Sanchez live with yours truly on guitar. Relax, chill, kick back. Dave Samuels on the vibes.
Woo! Very nice. Hey, Chuck, there you are. We got you on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, foundits. You guys found us, we found you, and I'm glad we found Friday, and Friday found us. Friday, we like to say Friday. We have a very, very special friend today out of Chicago, traditional jazz sax player extraordinaire, my big brother, and I hope your new friend, your new founded, Chuck Barton out of Chicago, everybody. Give him a hand. Oh,
Yes.
man.
And Chuck, thank you so much for your patience. We had some technical issues. Most of it was my fault. And we are all ready to go now. So we got the green screen up. We got everybody in the lounge. And I am so excited about tonight. And Los, you are loose, man. You sounded good. Why do you think that is?
That's a really good question, bro. So today, early in the morning, we got to work for you guys and for us. We were working on a track. My distinguished colleague Dustin D. Set came over to the studio, to the Lounge of Sound, and we did some recording, we did some rehearsing, we had a meeting, and we came up with a game plan for today. And a couple of things are coming down the pike, and I'm going to let my pal Chuck Barton tell us a little bit more about that. We don't want to kill all of the suspense and give into the surprise. So with that said, it was a really great morning. My fingers are a little sore, but I am loose. You're absolutely right. I am a little loose. I've been playing all day long since basically, what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I got over there about 8 o'clock. We had some breakfast, and then we got into it till 3. And then I headed right home, and we got into this show. So it's been a heck of a day for us musically. It's been great.
Down to the wire. And you brought your Nord drum?
Yeah, the Nord
NORD.
Drum 3P. It's a oh my goodness, synthesized drum kit. 6 pads with a pedal for it as well, like a kick pedal. Man, it's so good. It's so much fun. Over 200 kits on it, and we were just jamming for a bit.
I think we wrote 3 songs, didn't we?
We wrote 3 songs in like 30 minutes, and just had a ton of fun. Yeah, it was great.
We're hoping that we get to record that over the winter, and we'll be calling in some special friends to help us out a little bit on those projects. And so we're really proud and happy of that collaboration. In fact, we did a collaboration with a very special friend of Chuck's and mine. In fact, Chuck, you want to tell them about what we've got coming on November 20th?
Oh, man. This is the Rhythm and Blues Show. Now, the DJs have already told Los and I and the other entertainers, they're bringing the rhythm, but we have to bring the blues. So it's going to be unique. I know you've been working on some tunes, Los. I know I've been working on some. I've changed a couple of them, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's the main thing.
Great. That's great. So we're going to be playing mainly blues. That's what they told us. And in your case, in my case, we come from a deep tradition, right? Can I say deep? May I say that? Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the blues. You're more than just a blues aficionado. Tell us about your heritage.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I come from a jazz background, so uh, jazz is blues. Just like rock is blues, and many people don't know that.
Country
But
is blues. Yeah.
that's right. All of it is blues, and so it's just a matter of interpretation. John Coltrane played blues, and the Rolling Stones played blues. Jimi Hendrix was a blues player. Los Castro is a blues player. Chuck Barton is a blues player because if you one of the, and what most people don't realize is one of the best modern blues artists was Bill Withers.
Thank you very much for saying that. He's one of my
He was
favorites.
he was an excellent blues artist. Most of what he did was based on the blues, but he just put a different beat to it, and of course that's that's it.
Yeah.
But blues is throughout every genre of music that you find. You're gonna find traces of fragments of blues.
Awesome. So do you see blues progressing, or where do you think blues is going?
Blues is blues. You can color it whichever way you want. But just like classical music, what we hear today is much of what we hear today was around in the 1400s in the form of classical music, and it just progressed because someone heard something different that they wanted to do, and so that's where we are.
Yeah. There's some great new blues coming out. I listen to a lot of really great, even believe it or not, out of L.A. and Compton. There's
Oh yeah, yeah.
Josh Smith and his brother Kirk, and you got Michael Landau. You got a lot of incredible. Robin Ford is another Californian that plays the blues, and so it's constantly shifting and changing.
Yeah.
And you and we were talking about how blues exists. The blue note exists in flamenco, in
Yeah.
Latin music,
That's right.
African music. There's a blue note, and it's kind of the heritage, and it's kind of like the DNA, if you will, of blues, of modern blues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Well,
so it's in all the. In fact, the Rolling Stones was labeled as a blues cover band.
right. Yeah.
See? And so, and you can't discount the blues. It's in rhythm and blues. It's in jazz. It's in rock. It's in hard rock. It's in soft rock.
Yeah.
It's in hard jazz. It's in soul jazz. It's in smooth jazz. So it's everywhere. We're stuck with the blues.
Well, thank you for validating me, because I come mainly from the rock and roll world.
Oh yeah.
If anybody wonders, a lot of my energy, that exuberance is,
Yeah.
in 1984, Eddie Van Halen, and then after that, I had to go deeper and find out who did he like, and he liked
Right.
Eric Clapton.
That's
And who
it.
did Eric Clapton like? Muddy Waters. And
That's
who
right.
did Muddy Waters like? And you keep going back.
Yeah, they came from the church. The blues is really a church mode, technically, and so you know where it all came from, and so
Gospel.
it's an old phrase, dirge.
Right.
In other words, a funeral type approach, and that was predominantly known throughout the marching New Orleans bands, because they would do that for funerals, and so. But it was still straight blues.
Yeah. And you and I, when we've played together several times, a lot of people don't know. If you folks don't know why I call them big brothers, because we've played together. We tend to be called in as the musicians, and everybody, fantastic singers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you and I, we team up and we do something called a songversation. And why is a songversation in the tradition of the blues?
Well, it's it's an interchange. For example, the show in just to piggyback on what you said, the show on November 20th, we're the only two instrumentalists. So we're going to bring the blues from a different perspective as the singers, because to be honest with you, I love a blues vocalist, whether it's a male or female. You don't want me to sing the blues, because you'll call an ambulance and thinking someone is sick.
Hey, Howlin' Wolf, he sounded like an ambulance, man.
Oh, he did.
you know. The thing is the call and response, right? I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Oh man, yeah,
I'm
that's it.
thirsty when they're
Oh
out
yeah,
in the
yeah.
fields,
Oh
and
yeah, that's right, that's right. And so I can't wait to get back to live music. Our band is just chomping at the bit for everything to open up again. But in the meantime, Zoom is an excellent avenue for us to do. It's still live, it's still live. You and I are both live. Dustin is live, and so we're just taking advantage of an avenue that's available to us.
yeah. So I was just about to ask you. That was the next question: is how are you dealing with the pandemic? But you just said Zoom. How are you staying creative?
Pardon me?
How are you staying creative? How do you keep your creativity
just
high?
just like you and Dustin were talking about how you guys were playing earlier and practicing. I do the same thing, and it's and playing to tracks. And I tell you, man, that is the challenge. Because tracks are exacting, and you have to be there when the track is there. It's not like you can take a nod to the drummer and say, okay, he says, okay, you want to play a vamp? Okay, let's play a vamp. But you don't have that with tracks. So
That's the thing. There's
we just do
the give and
best we
take.
can. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Chuck, did you know that Dustin and I we used to play together in a band?
Oh, is that right? Okay,
Yeah.
I see all his drums in the background. That was hey Dustin. That was my first instrument, drums.
Oh, nice. When did you start
But
playing?
I played the conga drums.
Okay.
I played conga drums. Then my uncle, by the time I got out of the service, he had passed on, but he was a virtuoso saxophonist. And so my cousin and I, we ended up playing the sax. I played trumpet actually for a year. I was just so in love with Miles Davis, but I tell you, once I heard John Coltrane, that was it.
Huh. So
Absolutely.
with your background with percussion, do you think that had any impact on the way you play sax?
Oh yeah. It's because every instrument, like James Brown says, is a drum.
The drum. Right. You see this?
Every
The drum,
instrument
the
is
drum,
a drum.
the drum, the
That's
drum.
right. That's right. That's right. And so what happens is when you get a band, when you get an audience to get up and dance, they're not really dancing to the lead player. They're dancing to that bass player and that drummer. You know?
Absolutely. Yep.
And so we just cap it off with some colors, But other than that, man, it's just that's it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they'll forgive you. You can if melody is queen, the groove is king, right? They'll forgive you that you go out. In jazz, and you're going to show us later. You can go out with the melody.
Oh yeah.
Because you get so far out, your dissonant becomes consonant. You come right
That's
back
right.
around and you
That's
resolve.
right.
But the beat, you skip, they're going to turn around and give you a dirty look.
Oh man, if that drummer and that bass player, man, for some reason gets off, I'm lost.
Right. Yeah. Well, do you feel comfortable showing us a little bit of your tradition, a little bit of would you grace us? Would you honor us with playing a little piece for us?
Yeah. I you know what I thought about a beautiful song by Sting, and it crosses over from the traditional to the modern smooth jazz type of touch. But this song is just so beautiful. It's just and the message is so beautiful. It's called Fragile. Fragile.
Thank you very
And,
much.
let me give it a try.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Barton on Fragile. Now, what are we going to be playing right now? A soprano or I can't.
This is a soprano. Yep.
Soprano saxophone. Awesome. All right.
Come on, Chuck.
That's a beautiful song, man. That's just,
Come on.
I mean, it's one of those songs you can't wreck.
You better not.
Oh,
you
man.
can, but you better not. But
Well, you better not. That's right.
Oh man, that was beautiful,
That was
bro.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. This one of those songs that you just feel. It's just a feel. You can call
Man.
that song whatever you want, blues, rock, or whatever. I don't even think Sting cares what you call it. It's just fragile.
Right?
it.
I mean, folks, this is why he's my big brother. I mean, he's teaching me how to express. Speaking of expressing, how do you get to that place? Why do you think the saxophone is so personal?
That's a good question. In my jazz improvisation days, which I was a stickler, I was a John Coltrane disciple, and so I thought in terms of chords, chord progressions and how different combinations fit. But then I started to listen to some of the newer players, Grover Washington, David Sanborn, and other guys like that. And Kirk Whalum is excellent. Dave Koz. I mean, the name goes. Gerald Albright. The name goes on and on. Even trumpet players, Rick Braun, and players like yourself, Norman Brown, George Benson. They concentrate on the voice, and they learn to sing on the instrument. And that's all I try to do. I just try to dissect the melody of Fragile or any other song and just play around that melody and just try to dissect the ninth, how the ninth works, or how a certain run would go into the melody line, and over the years I've done that.
So we were mentioning earlier that the heart is the first drum.
Oh yeah, that's
But
it.
I mean, your expression is coming from your lungs.
Yeah.
How personal is that?
Well, it's with sax and even with guitar. I know I talk to a lot of guitar players like yourself. The only difference in you and I is that I have to blow to create the sound.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same. Whatever you have to do, you just have to do it. Like Dustin has to strike to get a sound. Well, then he masters striking. I have to master blowing and fingering, and you have to master your strings. And so, it's all about three words: practice, practice, practice.
All right, I got my pen and I got my paper. Practice, practice. And that's with a capital P, right?
And that's for any musician that's listening. Practice, 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 and and try to get your own sound. And sound is 80% of what you do.
Because tone, because tone, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and I've told you before, because you're one of my mentors, that the reason I look up to horn players, sax players, trumpet players, guitar players, we get a little wordy. I mean, I get wordy here on the show. I
So
talk
do sax
a lot.
players.
but your expression stops when your breath stops. And so
Yeah.
I've learned to scat. Sometimes you'll actually hear me. I'll sing out my tune, because when my breath is gone, the phrase has to stop right there, and
Yeah.
it's usually not more than 5 notes. But guys that play straight through, they forget to
Oh,
breathe,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and it sounds so guitaristic. But
Yeah.
the saxophone has such a vocal quality, because
Yeah.
there's that relaxing, the breathing, having to pause to get to the next point.
Yeah. Yep, and that's what we as musicians that's what we all have to do. Yeah.
Well, it's a mutual admiration society. Let's spell it MAS, M-A-S, Mutual Admiration Society,
There you go. That's
at
good
the
enough.
Lounge of Sound. Yeah, little acronym going, a little Latin acronym, because I'm a little Latin. So let's go there.
That's
Why
it.
not? Sorry about the noisy
All
dog.
right, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard a lot of blues in there.
A lot of blues in there. Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. Excellent,
Thank you, bro.
excellent.
You're one of my teachers, man. So, yeah. So, Songversations, we were talking about that earlier. How does a Songversation work? The folks that need to know when you and we have Songversations.
Well, you know what? It's actually you're bouncing off of each other. You know, I hope I hope I'm coming through okay because it's telling me that my bandwidth is low. Is it okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, but no, it's just an interchange. You know, oh man, I like what you did there, Los. Let me try this. You know, and that's basically it. You know, and you know, and it's always among musicians, among carpenters. I'm a carpenter I do carpenter work for a living. Carpenters, musicians, plumbers. There's always a competitive spirit, but it can be it could be positive. It's always positive, you know. I remember years ago I would sit in with these jazz bands and the older guys would say, you know, Chuck, you have a great sound. You have a great sound, you know, but you have to work on your changes, you know.
But there's always a big but.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I would miss so many changes. It was disgusting.
Man, I used to get that dirty look.
Oh yeah.
When
Oh yeah.
you hit the wrong note, you know, it's like when you play against each other, you know, you rub
Oh,
and you
yeah,
hit this,
yeah.
you hit that second is just like, and then you get that dirty look that's like, why you got to do that, man? They didn't have to say anything, but you know that it's inferred that dirty look.
You know. But it was encouraging. They would tell you, hey, you need to work on that, you know. And so I would come back and they'd say, hey, you worked on that, huh? No, this is what else you need to work on. You know?
That sounded great, but you should have heard who was it, Oscar Peterson, that they said, man, that sounded great. He goes, you should have heard what was in my mind.
Right. Oh, well, yeah. Especially with Oscar Peterson. He knows
What I wanted
every
to play.
song in the book. You know?
Hey, you ever have people tell you, oh, well, that's why you sound so great because of your sax? You ever get that?
Yeah, and you know, it's every different sax player is different, and they're different because what are those 3 words? Practice, practice, practice. That's it.
I lip sync that one real good.
There's no secret and there's no genius. It's just practice, practice, practice.
That's it. It's 90% perspiration.
And I want to ask, is there, I've noticed this a lot with some of my favorite musicians, is like kind of the mantra around your playing is always surround yourself with better musicians than yourself.
Oh yeah.
Right? Is that something you do as well? Like kind of make it a
Yes.
habit to be the worst musician in the room?
It's nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that because you're going to come out better.
100%.
You're going to come out better. You're going to come out better. No one has in music. There's no original ideas. It's how they've worked something out that sounds interesting. Oh, that's interesting the way he did that. You know, I never did it that way because that's his perspective. You know, and so we all have different perspectives, and so you can have 10 different artists, whether they be guitar players, sax players, trumpet players, to play a song, and everyone would have a different take on it.
100%. And I
Yeah.
tell that to
and that's great. That's great.
Yeah, I tell that to friends of mine all the time. Is I used to get caught up in the fear of someone stealing my idea. Like I
Yeah.
had an original idea at
Right.
any time in life, right?
Yeah.
And the point is even if someone steals what you think is your idea, it really doesn't matter because they can't do what you can do with it.
That's right.
And that applies to every human on this planet. We all
That's
have,
right.
like you said, that ability to put our own insight, our own viewpoint into it. And no matter if all the notes are the same and it's played the same way, it's different. It's completely
It's
different.
different. And just like you said, Dustin, if they copy you, consider that as a compliment.
Yep.
It's a
Thank you.
compliment.
Thank you. Hashtag feeling good by doing better, trying to live the best version of myself.
Hey.
Hashtag.
That's it.
That's
it.
quite the
That's what it really
hashtag.
boils down to. You know, that's what it really boils down to.
And we have some great comments coming in I like to read. Mama Major says it was too elegant and fragile to mess up. She really appreciated your playing.
Yay.
Amada Scott says, do you have a name for your sax?
No, that's Los. That's my little brother.
Okay.
That's as far as I'm concerned. Like I told Lady Coco, if they work, that's good enough for me.
There you go.
I have a lot of saxophones, but Los names his saxophones because he has that relationship with them because they do certain things. They do certain things. For me, a soprano, from soprano to alto, it's just a different voice. It's just a different voice. But with Los, guitar players, they have a rhythm aspect of their playing, and so certain guitars give them certain things.
Yeah.
And so I can understand that. I really like B.B. King named his guitar Lucille, and so you couldn't touch Lucille.
Right.
I wouldn't
So
try.
that's the way Los is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I was over there and he put one of his guitars down. I have to tell the story, dude. I'm sorry. It
All right,
cracked me
all
up.
right.
And we're in his studio, and he just starts calling out the name of his guitar he's missing, and I just start cracking up. He's like, "Oh, there you are," and brings it back in. So you're 100% right. Like,
Yeah.
you create a bond. There's nothing weird about it. I don't feel.
Yeah.
Because it's something that has its own voice, and you're
That's right.
speaking language with it. So absolutely, and
That's it.
if that's
It's just a vehicle at the moment, right? I mean,
That's it.
you play. How many different kinds of saxes and instruments do you play? I mean, just off the top of your head.
I play the soprano. I play mostly alto. I consider myself an alto player that also plays soprano and tenor.
I've
and
heard you
I-
play tenor. Beautiful.
Because now I was a flute player. I was a flute player first. I played flute and I doubled on alto, and so it progressed that way, But I'm principally an alto player. That's my main instrument.
Okay.
But I love all of them. I love all of them. Like Grover Washington said, they're all voices. They're different voices, and it's just certain. I played fragile on all of my horns, but I don't get the feel that I get it until I play it on soprano sax.
Soprano. Yeah. Yeah. So you're also, I think, I'm just going to go on a limb. You're also imagining the female voice when you play. Am I right?
Oh yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. And that's why they have girl names. And just for the record, they're my daughters. They're not my girlfriends. This
Well,
is
there you
Joy. Right. This is Joy. She's my little girl, Joy. And they all have a different sound. One of them sounds a little angrier. Fudia. I'm talking to you. And then see, she's always running away because I carry her around. It's just easier, just the way she's made. No
Okay.
horns. If I drop her, I'm not
Right.
going to drop you. But you know what I mean? And so I carry her around the house, and sometimes I'll misplace her. And I'm
talking
like,
to
Joy, where were you? That whole thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they all have a different sound, and I see how you milk the note according to what you're playing, right?
Yes. Yes.
So is there a voice that you try to emulate on your sax? A particular
whoever recorded that song, I tried to emulate that voice. I play a couple of Sade songs, and Sade's voice is so hypnotic. So I try to follow that. I know Ted Johnson. He does "No Ordinary Love," and he does. He's been the vocalist, but he captures that mood when he sings it. And that's why he loves singing it. And I play that on alto, and I try to do the same thing.
Okay. This is not about me, so I'm not going to say who they want to be, but they all want to be a certain singer specifically. Yeah. So that's really cool.
I wish I could sing. I sang in the '60s, but that was it.
Really?
I went into service, and when I came out, you would think a moose is singing it.
Oh, come
If I
on.
tried to sing.
You got to. I got to tell you, and I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to impress you because we know each other really well. But I think your speaking voice is just magnetic. I could hear you just talk about anything, man.
Well, you don't want me to sing, though.
Well, did your singing help you? Do you
Well,
think it helped you play?
Well, I never sang lead. I was always a background singer, and
Right, but I mean, you can carry a
sang-
tune.
Oh yeah, I could probably carry a tune in a bottomless bucket.
Yeah, but I mean, Chuck, come on, you're my big brother. just be honest with me. It helps, right? Because you target a note, you sing it, and then you play it, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do,
Okay.
I do, but I do it on the sax.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, that's what I'm learning from you, so I gotta ask the questions. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
folks
yeah,
want to
yeah.
know. I'm not trying to bust your chops, man. You got chops, you can bust mine anytime, man. I remember one time we had a concert and we were supposed to have a verses. Remember?
Yeah.
Or the promoter told us it's a verses, and every time I kept trying to engage with you, and we're tongue in cheek, we're trying to hold our laugh, and because we love each other, we just really do.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
and so I'm like coming
Genuine.
after you, you're like, you're not playing. You're just
Yeah,
like,
right.
no, I'm not gonna play. Come on, man, I'm coming after you, clown. And you're like, nah, you can have it.
It's all yours.
It's like big brother. It's like little brother. Come on, fight me. And you're like, nah, kid. I don't got time for
Right,
you.
right. Yeah, you
Oh,
can hit me in
man.
the chest all you want, but I'm not gonna hit you back.
I felt like you had your hand out on my forehead, and I'm doing this kind of. I'm
No, and
windmilling.
believe me, others have done the same thing to me. And I remember I played with a wonderful piano player, Jody Christian, and I thought I was something. He played straight ahead jazz. And I'm playing, and I'm thinking I'm really getting down. He's banging on the piano because I'm on the wrong chord.
Here, this is home. Here,
Right, right.
splayed.
So,
He's got his fingers all splayed.
Oh, that's right. So sometimes you learn that way. You learn that way, and that's how you learn. And so, but if you have a right attitude about yourself, it never bothers you. It never bothers you. You get upset for a minute, but then you get over it.
All right, so learn us something. Should play something for us and learn us, teach us something.
How much time do we have?
Oh, don't worry. We're on Chuck Barton time.
What do you want to? You want to hear another soprano song or alto or
Give us whatever you're feeling. Are you feeling something happy and joyful? I like how you play St. Thomas, but I also like when you get bluesy and beautiful show us what you got, man.
Well, let's see.
I love you playing whatever.
How about some up tempo?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a Grover Washington favorite.
Yes. Chuck Barton on Grover Washington Jr.
Yeah.
You're about to school us.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
And just to highlight some more comments that came in, Earl Conquit, this is a music lesson and entertainment at the same time. Colquitt, my apologies. Yes, I'm taught something and enjoy the entertainment every time I'm here. I feel so honored just to be able to sit in this room and listen. I don't know why I'm here most of the time, but I just get to hang out, so I really appreciate it.
Oh, come on.
Listen, appreciate you guys.
And thank you all very much for your nice comments and feedback. And please like, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
Give them my thanks as well.
Did you guys hear that? Chuck Barton said, hey.
You have to keep in mind I'm in Chicago and I'm in a little studio, my little music studio, and I'm away from the main heat source. And I tell you, it's cool in here.
Yeah, I've heard about the Chicago cold, man.
Oh,
You
man.
guys,
And-
you all
and-
keep telling me to move up there, and I'm like, I don't know that I can handle it. I'm cold
Listen,
enough in Oregon.
Listen, we actually got some snow today.
Did you?
Yes, and I'm glad that's gone.
All right. I'll be there
Okay,
soon.
let's give this one a try. It's an old favorite.
One of mine. Grover Washington Jr. What? Oh man, you just go with your bad self, Chuck. That was great, man. You know, it's funny because we have a thing. We musicians have a thing. Play like you don't want anybody to follow you. You want to make sure nobody follows you. You just did that. You just did that to me, and I like to do that to people. Sorry, guys. No offense. Cover your ears, Mister.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the challenge that you set to your buddy, you know, and you make them, you know, good musicians make good musicians better, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. And
It's a mutual admiration. You're pushing each other to excel, right? You're like,
Yeah.
you know, check it out. What you got?
yeah, oh yeah, that's right. And sometimes you hear you play around with a phrase and you hear someone else do it, say, "Wow, never heard it like that," you know, because they put some element in there that you never even thought of. We can't think of no one can think of everything, you know.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you definitely gave me something to gnaw on. I go next, and I'm like, what am I gonna play? It better be
Oh
funky.
yeah, well, that's the fun of it, though. That's the fun, you know. That's the fun of it all, you know.
That's funny. That's funny. So, man, where can we find you if we were to look for your music?
Well, you know, on Zoom, of course, we have the other venues that you and I both played, KMR, the DJ Project. Both excellent venues. I just want to let your friends know. It's excellent. It's just beautiful. It's just
So
beautiful
just
the way-
YouTube, Chuck Barton, or
No,
Charles Barton?
No, actually, YouTube, Chicago. Let me put it this way: Boss Band, Chicago.
Got
That's
it.
our band. That's
Boss
our band.
Band,
And we
Chicago.
have
Did you guys hear
we have
that?
quite a bit on YouTube. We have quite a bit on YouTube over the years. Different venues that we played, and yeah, you can go to Boss Band Chicago because there's
Boss Band.
several different boss bands. But put in Boss Band Chicago, and you'll see my ugly face. And
Oh, come
you'll
on.
you'll see the other band members too.
Okay. Thanks, D Stat for putting that. You're faster than me. YouTube.com, Boss Band Chicago. Thank you very much. So I am definitely gonna check out more of your stuff. I mean, I get to check you out every time we've got sound check and rehearsals and concerts. I mean, you and I, we've been everywhere from. This is the magic. The happy thing with Zoom is you and I. We've played Chicago, Atlanta. Where was it in Mexico that we played one time?
That was I can't remember now.
Michoacan.
Ted sponsored that show. It
Michoacan,
was nice.
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
right.
nice.
That's
That
how
was
you
nice.
and I met. And then
That's right.
other shows, KMR. That's out of Detroit.
Yeah.
So we've played Chicago, at least Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, Mexico, and now Portland.
Yeah. That's right.
So,
That's right.
so
This
this
is
time I didn't have to travel.
Yeah, this is another band I played with over the years. Some years back, Nguzo.
In
I played,
Guzo.
that was a reggae band. Oh man, it was so delightful.
Do
playing
you
with
have
these-
any tracks right now with you that you could play along with?
No, you know what? I sure don't. I don't have CDs are so.
Okay, so you don't have any
everything's
loaded
streamed
on
now.
your computer that if you wanted to dig
I
it
don't
up?
have anything loaded on the computer, but that was the CD Nguzo, and it was a great little CD, and another trumpet player and I did the horns for them, and
Okay.
it was a nice project, and we did
So-
some shows with them too,
We've got a
We
question
did-
in
we
the
did
chat.
Taste of Chicago,
That's great. Yeah, you definitely have a distinctive Chicago stamp to your voice and to your sax voice too. Algenia Blocker's asking, have you played a lot in Las Vegas?
No, never played in Las Vegas.
I've only played once.
Never did Las Vegas.
Very small crowd, and they left.
Yeah,
No, I'm
that's
just
what I heard. I heard that. I know a lot of guys that. In fact, there's a piano player. His name is I can't think of his name now, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
Travel with him. A piano player from Chicago. He's it'll come to me in a second. But excellent piano player. But when he said he was going to Las Vegas, I said, no.
I know. Well, when I go to Vegas, I think it's all about knowledge because they kept saying no more Los.
Yeah.
They wanted more knowledge. No more Los.
Yeah. No, his name is Galib Galab. Galib Galab.
Okay.
Excellent piano player.
What a great
Excellent
name.
writer. Excellent writer. I miss playing with him, but I just wasn't going to go to Las Vegas, and so he ended up in Las Vegas, and so. Being the excellent musician he is, you find venues that you can make a living,
Yeah. So that's a no, Algenia. He has not played Vegas. I did, and I was just joking. The crowd did not leave, but it was a small crowd that I played in Vegas. So two small crowds that I played in Vegas.
They have other objectives.
Yeah, and I travel with usually I carry Ruby. Who do you travel with? Have you taken flight dates? You've carried your sax?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I tried not to travel too far, but I've traveled with Nguzo. I traveled with several different singers, over the years. Our band is basically a Chicago-based band, So most of where we play is the Chicago or Chicagoland area, Really, if you play in the Chicago area, just like playing in Atlanta or maybe Portland, you got enough work to stay home.
Sorry. Whoa, this thing wants to get going.
Oh no, play that.
Really? Well, I still have to. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Track had a mind of its own.
I thought it was going to get going, so I'm glad I caught it right when it did that. The iPad opened itself. All right, so Nguzo, we got to remember that, and we've got to.
Oh, excellent.
And do you know if it's on Spotify or SoundCloud? Do you know?
Oh yeah, Spotify. You can find them several different places. Even YouTube, you can find them. And I was able to do some nice work with them. And I love reggae music. It's just so energetic, and Dustin, those beats are just fantastic, man. They're just, they're just fantastic.
Right on. Well, since the track already wanted to get started, I might as well. Something got chosen for me. My iPad chose something, and hopefully it's something I know. I think it sounded familiar. I haven't played it in a while, but all right, I'm gonna try to be as funky as my big brother Chuck. Let's see how this goes.
No, you do fine, man.
Oh
Go ahead.
man! All right.
Hey, just let it go. That's beautiful.
Trying to be like
Excellent.
you, man. Trying to keep up.
Oh, excellent. Excellent, man. Excellent.
Thanks, thanks. Yeah, I mean, you really are a coach, and you've been very encouraging to the younger ones. You have any pieces of advice for the young up and coming musicians? Any words of wisdom or caution or whatever you got?
Yeah. Like I was always told, just you know, I used to practice. When I was in the early stages of my playing, I was stuck on John Coltrane and guys like that, and I would practice 5 6 hours a day. I don't think you need to do that. I think you
Really?
need to have a little more balance and concentrate on um, some specific things. You know, like sound, um,
Tone.
tone, yes, tone, and some chords actually, some chords and some chords progressions suit us better than others. You know, uh, and I just say practice. And play what you like. Play what you like, and that's the best way to develop. If you always play listening to others, then you tend to sound like them. You know.
Mm,
But if you play what you like, and and uh, and say it the way you want to say it, it makes a difference.
yeah. We all have our own pronunciation, our own
Hmm.
diction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if, what do you think of this? Somebody once told me, and I mean, this is an analogy we're all trying to get. If you're a musician out there or anything you want to do, they said in the beginning when you're a kid and you've got posters, they're your icons,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then you kind of demote them to heroes, and
Yes.
then from heroes to influences, and for you to find your voice, eventually you're gonna have to kill your influences, if you
Yeah.
will. Or just you
Yeah.
you grab three main ones, but there may be like 50 of them, and then you
Yeah.
just grab your voice from there, and then you find your instrument and your touch and your tone. Do you
Yeah.
subscribe to that idea?
Yeah. I do because I remember I studied under some good saxophone players, and one Jimmy Ellis gave me a compliment. He says, now Chuck, when you came to me 6 8 months ago, you were a good player, and but now you're my equal. You know, you can do anything that I can do. So
Mm.
uh, now we only thing we can do is just jam together. you know, and that was a compliment. That was a
Yeah.
compliment.
So find your validation through your
Yeah,
peers.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because no one has all of the answers. And
Don't I know that? Yeah.
yeah, oh, no one has all the answers. And if you can play a song, "Shadow of Your Smiles,"
Mm.
and just play it well, you're going to be acceptable if you play it well, and that's the key. That's the main thing you can do. And to the level of your ability to play it, you're going to play it the way you're going to play it. You know, I know a beautiful song I played for many years. "Girl from Ipanema."
Mm-hmm.
I love that song, but I heard a lick in it from Al Jarreau and Alita Adams' version of it
Mm.
that I incorporated forever. Ba 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 da da ba ba da da, and it just made it for me. It just
Mm.
that it just made that song for me.
A little
And I played
signature.
it for years, but when I heard that lick, that was a lick that I never heard before.
Now I want to hear you play that.
Mm,
Oh,
Now I want to
same.
hear you play that.
well, I tell you what, it's a short song. Maybe I can get away with. Let
Yeah.
me find it. I don't even. I don't
Well,
even know
well,
where it
take your
is.
time. We got
Uh,
time. This is
let's
our
let's
show. This
let,
is your show tonight, Chuck
let
Barton.
me see. Let me see if I can find.
It's one of my all-time favorite songs, by the way.
It is. Oh, isn't it great?
Show
Isn't it great?
Beam, man, that is.
Yeah, yeah. And this is actually Astria Joubert. She
Hmm.
sings it, and
Hmm.
and I got her version because when you do tracks, you don't want to do it. The shorter the better.
Yeah, yeah.
And
For the
so
folks out there, Stan Getz and her husband, they were in the studio and they needed somebody that didn't have a powerful voice that would not
Yes.
kill the song, and so they brought
Exactly.
in us, you know, to honor the song. Ba, ba, da. It's so
Very
soft.
bossa nova.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. Okay, now you guys got me. I haven't played it on the wind, but so if I miss a couple of notes, it's your fault.
We'll take it.
Oh, thanks a lot, big bro. Okay, all right. You put the hand on my forehead again. And
That's
tell
right.
me-
That's right. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Fight me on that. That's okay. Take your time, bro.
And thank you all so much for the compliments and comments and fire emojis and dance emojis. The chat has been going off tonight. Thank you all so
we
much.
appreciate it. We really
And just to remind you folks, if you type in KMR Place Live, that's one of the homes that Chuck and I work out of, and that's Detroit, Michigan. And then he was just recently in Cross City Classics, and you can type in Charles Barton or Chuck Barton, and he would be on that also. And
they actually misspelled my name. A night with Chuck Burton.
Chuck Burton, I told Lex too. I was like, bro, what's up with that? Anyway, through California, through the Cross City Classics is that that's the promoters for the new November 20th Rhythm and Blues concert that Chuck and I will be part of. And there's quite a few other. There's just a lot of names, and I don't want to forget any. So anyway, you can check us both out. Just check my website, LosCastroMusic.com, and it will be posted there too. And also, if you check Facebook at Los Castro Music or Instagram at Los Castro Music, and I'll be posting it so that you can see some pictures of yours truly and my brother Chuck Barton. But I want you guys to hear this gentleman below, and right now he's going to take a step back, and I'm going to do one of those golf announcers. He's preparing to tee. He's going to play this really soft. Watch his form.
He
Ladies
came
and gentlemen.
back with this song after a few years. And we're very, very excited and looking forward to what he's got for us tonight.
Please withhold your golf claps until after the tee. Thank you.
You guys are gonna be to blame if I mess up.
You're not going to mess up, bro. Come on. You got this, bro. Come on.
Let's give it a try. Let me
All
find
right.
it.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
I hope everybody enjoys it.
What mistakes, man? I was just counting all the good notes, man. Talking about a blue
Oh
note.
man, I gotta brush up on that song. That's a beautiful tune, though.
But
That
you
is
know,
that's just a gorgeous tune.
Thank
it's a
you.
good, it's a great tune. But your tone, we just talked about it earlier, ladies and gentlemen. That's called tone and touch and taste and tune and tempo. All the T's. All we didn't get is a lot of attitude from our gentleman friend. He's just an incredible addition to the Lounge of Sound family.
And you're
he's
just too kind.
schooling you and schooling me. Just remember, here on Fridays, we like our musicology and we like to chill and relax.
Oh, you have an excellent show, man. You guys have it together. Believe me.
thank
It's
you.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
so
excellent.
much.
I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to say I got the seal of approval from my big brother, Chuck
Hey,
Barton.
that's it, man. That's it. You guys have it together. You guys really do have it together. I love it.
Well, thanks so much for coming, big bro. I'm really glad we were able to get past those tiny little tech issues.
Yeah. Dustin figured it out. I didn't know where. I'm not a tech person, so believe me.
Neither am I.
I'm
For a
glad we
whole
got
hour.
it because Chuck, this was absolutely incredible. Thank you for sharing,
What a
for your songversations. It was a real treat, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, it was a treat for me as well. It really was, and we love the chats, and we just love the audience, and that's why we do it. We do it because they love music, and it's no one. Everyone can't be musicians. Maybe eventually we will be, but in the meantime, when we can entertain our audience, that's it. That makes our day. That's why we practice.
That's it.
Bro, at the risk of sounding sappy, you know how I feel about you. You know I love you, man.
Same
you know
here.
I love you. Yeah, man. Can't wait to play with you on the 20th, November 20th, you and I.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun, man. That's
yeah,
gonna
get
be
down
fun.
and play some
Oh, yeah.
blues.
Oh yeah. Play some
Blues.
dirty blues.
Dirty blues, bro.
And please go to Los's website,
Oh,
LosCastroMusic.com, to get the link to that show if you're interested in
Oh,
going.
yeah.
November 20th. What time is it at?
Is it 6:00 Eastern
yeah,
time, bro?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
Okay.
I think it's
6 Eastern.
7 Eastern, or it's
7
7 Eastern or 8 Eastern. The actual show will start, but they can log on at 7 Eastern.
7 Okay.
Yeah, they can log on and hang out. We'll all be there. you know.
Okay, so Night of Blues, November 20th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Cross
6 p.m.
City,
Okay.
Cross City Classics. And I'll just go ahead and give you the list now. Now I won't forget. It's hosted by Ms. Lachey, who's one of the hosts over
Oh, yeah.
at DJ Project. Lady Blue, Isis, Greena, Los, and Atina Gillard, your buddy and my best friend, Chuck Barton, and Lady Coco will be closing out the concert. We've got DJ Big Raj and DJ Lex will be spinning
yeah.
the tunes. They will be the rhythm of the concert, and we will bring the blues.
We will bring the blues. That's
We
it.
will bring the blues, and they will be playing. They will be spinning a lot of the rhythm and blues R&B, and yours truly and Chuck. We will be playing the blues, and the
Yeah.
rest of the wonderful singers will be singing the blues. And who
Yes.
knows? I just may end up singing a little. I don't know.
You have the voice. You should sing.
I may. I don't know. All I know is I gotta follow. Well, actually, no, I'm not following. I'm opening for you, and yeah, and you and Grinna gonna be
Yeah, Grenade.
Grinna's
Yeah, Grenade.
keyboards, and you on
Yeah.
sax. We forgot he's playing keyboards.
That's right. Oh, that's
So-
right. That's
so
right.
we got
Grenade is
three
also on
musicians.
Piano.
Yeah, piano. So
he's from the Indiana. He's from, that was my neighbor. We played many times together.
Good deal.
Grenade and this band. Oh,
Grenade.
it was always great. It was always great.
Amazing.
thank you for clarifying. Grenade. I never know how to pronounce those names.
Oh, I didn't know how to pronounce it until he told me.
You know what's so funny, bro? It's so funny. But Portland, they don't really know me too well because most of the work that I do is back east. That's so
Right.
funny. So I'm still learning all of these new terms, and now I'm this
Oh yeah.
East Coast smooth jazz guitars. That's what they told me. They had you're the one that explained to me what smooth jazz was because I didn't know.
Right, that's right.
I was like, what's, they keep calling me smooth jazz. What is smooth jazz? And he's like, oh, it's kind of like R&B instrumental. And I was like, oh, okay.
And a little behind the scenes information for that show on the 20th. Los, I was over helping with a recording today. He's working with another artist doing a cover, and Los's track is absolute fire. So
Oh, great.
Thank you.
please listen out for that.
Oh, I knew it's gonna be fire.
We went through some stuff today getting to it, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time
I know it
recording.
is.
My fingers are hurting.
Fingers
My
are hurting.
Oh,
So
we've
look
been-
forward to that.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I've been playing since 8 o'clock in the morning. So, ouch, ouchie. But I'm not making excuses. You know, hey, we do this because we love it and we love you, our foundits, the entire team at the Lounge of Sound. We
you guys
love
do a
your
great job.
chats and
Great
everything.
job.
Well, hey, what do you say, you guys? You're one of us now. You're
That's
an
right.
honorary
That's
member
right.
of the lounge. You know, we got the Los and the Foundits. Well, you're a never lose it because you are one of my favorite musicians in the Mutual
Likewise.
Admiration Society, bro. So
And likewise.
thanks for coming, bro.
Thank you.
You made my day. I'm getting choked
Oh,
up.
same here. Dustin, nice meeting you too.
You too.
Excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent job, my brother.
You
Excellent.
as well. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Take care, everybody.